All right, in other news, practically the whole world is suffering financially right now with the coronavirus still in full swing. But that doesn't mean that there aren't any opportunities if you know where to look. So here with the latest is Emmanuel Kadosh.
Hey, Aaron. So I wanted to talk about an Israeli company that I think everyone should know more about. But before, let's be honest. Who of us hasn't wanted to become a shareholder in a successful, specifically Israeli startup? Obviously. The issue for many people is that they don't know where to start, so Smart Funding is making it super easy, offering a quick way to invest in some of Israel's leading companies and ventures.
All right, so how exactly does that work?
Basically, Smart Funding helps with business development and fundraising for Israeli startups. They make investment opportunities accessible to the general public, but Smart Funding doesn't just take any company. They focus on value-added ventures for people and the environment.
All right, so how do I know that these companies are legit, though?
Right, so Smart Funding is very particular with the companies that they take on, vetting the companies to make sure that there is minimal risk in investment. They evaluate companies' patents, HR, business development, strategy market surveys, and all that good stuff. They do this before adding companies to their roster or sharing them with the public.
Wow, all right, so where do we start if we want to invest?
All right, so how it works is actually very simple. Basically, there are a few steps. Step one is to visit the smartfunding.co.il website and learn more about the startups. Then submit the contract form to the company of your choosing. From there, you wait for one of their representatives to contact you with, additional details and documents. And finally, the last step is to choose the amount of investment you're willing to make. Now, Smart Funding is also under Israel's authority's security certification, which means that the entire process is done under regulation and can, of course, be fully trusted by you as the investor.
All right, all the T's crossed and I's dotted. All right, so what are some of the startups on the roster?
Of course. Again, there are a ton of companies to choose from, but the two that really stood out to me was the first is Ella Pharma, which provides a solution for necrosis and is developing an innovative treatment that could potentially revolutionize treatments for heart disease, strokes, and ALS. Ella Pharma already has patents, prototypes, and has done successful clinical trials. So this is actually a really good opportunity to both support Israel and Israeli startups, improve human quality, and earn good money in the near future. And then the second is TopNet, which is a holding company that holds Tavor Hedge Fund and provides a one-time opportunity to be an owner of a holding company. So TopNet has a few hedge funds and is actually growing and planning to open additional hedge funds and investment companies. So overall, it's a very profitable investment. But again, all of the details are on the Smart Funding site.
All right, it sounds very interesting,
Yeah.
Manuel. I think I'm going to have to follow your follow your footsteps in what to invest. How do I earn money on this?
So according to Smart Funding, the best way is to wait for the exit once the startup is migrated to a big company or IPO or initial public offering. However, you can also sell your shares whenever you want as the company value is growing. And also, some companies at a certain point can distribute dividends to their shareholders, which is, of course, a great way to earn money as well.
Wow. All right. So it sounds like everyone should go and check out this site.
Right.
Again, you mentioned that it was smartfunding.co.il.
Right. Smartfunding.co.il. And you have to just choose your preferred startup and submit the form. But make sure to act fast because the numbers of investors are, of course, limited.
All right, Manuel. Thank you so much.
Of course.